going to talk about priorities and when your priorities are out of order.
Okay.
And before we get to the main story, a little short story. Both stories have to do with take place at airports.
Okay.
A little quick short story about when I've had my priorities out of order.
Okay.
Around 1991, I went to Egypt on a vacation, and when I landed, I had 5 joints rolled up and were in my jock, basically, in my underwear.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was going through customs, I was already in line for customs. The police were already standing right there. There was no way for me to turn and go anywhere else. And they had a 6-foot sign that said, "Possession of drugs is death." I couldn't go anywhere. So I went through customs.
Oh
no
my
problem.
God.
I had to go. I couldn't get
You
off
don't
the
think
line.
you could have just? Oh man.
Oh no, there was no getting off the line.
Wow.
Oh no, I was right. They make sure you don't shoot. No, there was no getting off the line.
Wow.
So I went through customs. There was no problem. I went through customs. But what makes it even worse is after knowing that, I look back at this now and realize how crazy it was.
Yeah.
But after knowing that, I still smoked those 5 joints while I was in Egypt.
Yeah.
And we're talking about in Cairo and Giza, population 11 million people, 24 hours a day. You can't be by yourself almost, except for the time when I went out into the desert. But
Yeah.
other than that, you're around people.
Yeah.
So to make it even worse than all of that, I was actually smoking that weed in a Muslim hotel.
Oh man.
Which I look back now and say, yo, I was nuts.
They don't play that.
Oh, no, they would have killed me.
Penalty is death.
So anyway, that was the first little airport story.
I would have just fainted.
Yeah.
Except for you can't faint because then they'll check you out.
Yes. So then, okay, now to the main story today, which took place December 22nd, 1993.
Okay, so 2 years later.
Yeah, 2 years later. It was 3 days before Christmas. And I had a package coming into the airport. Back then, this was before 9/11. You could have packages come on planes without a passenger accompanying them.
Kind of like shipping.
Yeah, and yes, it is kind of like shipping. And what I was shipping was money.
Okay.
And it was illegal money.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my good friends, one of my best friends, that lived in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
He shipped $100,000 up to me
Okay.
in a box up to the airport, LaGuardia.
Plain old box.
Plain old box. It goes to the PDQ counter, which is like the package counter.
Yeah.
And at the time, Earl was my partner. So Earl and I, and Lloyd was with us. Lloyd, so we drove up to LaGuardia to pick up this package.
Mm-hmm.
And I went up to the counter and asked for my package. And they said, well, the plane hadn't landed yet. There was an hour delay. And if I had just looked on the damn board, I'd have seen that the plane already landed.
Mm.
The hour delay was giving them time to get the DEA there.
Wow.
Okay, but I didn't know that at the time.
So you waited.
So no, I came back.
Okay.
So I came back an hour later, went up to the counter, picked up my package, walked out the airport, walked to the car. Earl and Lloyd were in the car. And as I got in the car, they came up from every direction. DEA surrounded the car and got us out the car.
Wow.
Okay, so they took us out the car, took us back into the airport. Not in any back room or anything. We were right there in the lobby, right there. As soon as you walk in.
Baggage claim.
Yeah, right there, basically, right at baggage claim, basically. And they were questioning us.
I wish I could get that tape. You know what I mean?
The funny memory I have of it is when they were questioning Earl, because Earl never answered one question. Every question they asked Earl answered with a question. They said, "Well, what are you doing here? Why do you want to know?" so Earl just wasn't giving them anything.
Yeah.
So they were trying to get me to admit. They were trying to get permission for me to open up this box,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't going to give them permission.
Yeah.
And then they were telling me, well, we know what's in the box. They said, what's in the box? I said, none of your business. They said, well, we know it's money in the box. I said, no, it's not. They said, well, what's in the box? It's none of your business.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let us open the box. No. So then they're running warrant checks on us and all that. And this was going on for about 15 minutes.
Do you have any idea what made them stop you in particular, or it's just?
Oh, they knew that when the box got put in the airport in Virginia,
Oh,
it
okay.
was flagged right then.
Okay.
I was told that it wasn't taped up well enough and that money could be spotted. Whether that was true or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
You'd have to ask my man down in Virginia.
We gonna get his number.
The number you have dialed has been changed.
Anyway, so they were asked us to open up this box. I wasn't going to let them open up the box. And at this point, I'm thinking I'm still going to be arrested. You know, I think I'm under arrest because I know there's $100,000 in this box, and I know it's drug money.
Yeah.
So I'm figuring I'm under arrest.
Mm-hmm.
And then after going through this for about 15 minutes, the agent that was in charge, he just says, well, we're going to keep your box till we get a warrant and to allow us to open it up. And that's when it first dawned on me that they wasn't keeping us.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what do you mean, we're free to go? They said, yeah, you're free to go. I said, well, have a Merry Christmas then. and we walked on out, right? So we walked away, jumped back in the car, went back to the apartment. At the time, Earl's apartment was like our little headquarters down in Queens, because I was living in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
So we went back to Earl's apartment, and I just lost $100,000.
I'm hurt.
And I go upstairs to Earl's apartment, and I said, yo, Earl, give me that joint I left here last night.
Mm-hmm.
He said, well, no, I had a girl over here last night, I let her smoke it.
Oh my God.
I said, Earl, quit playing games, give me my damn joint. He said, come on, Tony. He said, for real, I had a girl over here last night and let her smoke it. Yo, I went through the freaking roof. He said, Tone, they just took $100,000 from you, and you said Merry Christmas, and you're going through the roof over a joint. And I said, now you know my effing priorities. So I guess looking back at it, the moral is my priorities were screwed up. But anyway, those are the two airport stories for the night.
Wow. Yo, $100,000, dude.
No.